euros.
Whoa, and it all comes down to a couple of games of speed, quick, entertaining, crazy chess. Duda has the white pieces and they start off with e4, e5. Let's remind everyone, they play 2 games. If it's a draw after that, they go to Armageddon. And it's all come down, all the heats, all that blood, sweat and tears to this final between haters. And they start off, Ivanka, with a pretty standard, what we say is a Raul Lopez, named after a Spanish priest, actually, who came up with this idea a number of years ago in 1634.
Well remembered, Simon.
Yeah, or bluffing. You can Google that and tell me if I'm right. I'm not sure if I was, but I try to sneak that one in there anyway. And here, Jan-Krzysztof keeps the queens on the board. It looks like he's still in his opening preparation, just with the speed he's playing, as is So.
Yeah.
So is playing very quickly as well.
Yeah, both players very much in preparation, and we saw Jan-Krzysztof just developing his knight at tempo. And here's the first moment for Wesley to think. Where is he going to put the light square bishop? That is the question.
Yes, and he puts it on a sensible square, pointing towards the centre of the board, pointing towards a white pawn, so pressurising that one. And Jan-Krzysztof can now consider moving his knight towards the king side. That would be the standard manoeuvre in this opening, the Raul Lopez, and he does. This is the kind of thing you need to learn when you're getting better at chess. You don't just memorise the opening moves, you know the patterns. Why are you moving the piece there? What's it trying to do? What is your opponent trying to do? All the whys. If you want to get better at chess, you want to play like these guys, well, good luck. But you have to get used to those whys. And Wesley is bringing his knight to the other side of the board to counter that idea.
Yeah, he wants to lock out that light square bishop from the game, because at the minute is a bit of a monster zooming down on the f7 square. So I like this strategy. The knight is getting ready to move to the c5 square.
Yeah, that knight, I mean, one of White's most powerful pieces is his bishop, his light square bishop, and Wesley is going to try to capture that bishop, probably with his next move. But saying that, I mean, again, the evaluation bar on the right-hand side, it's given a 1.2 lead. What that means is it thinks White is effectively over one pawn up, which is a massive lead. And his pieces do look very good. There could be a big kingside attack coming against Wesley's king. That knight could go forwards again. The white queen could come in. The bishops can attack. The rook can come around. So Wesley, he moves his rook over. That rook is doing that swinging manoeuvre again.
But this time not to attack, but to defend the black king. Because you're right there, Simon. The knight is going to jump in, and it has many pieces to back it up. And, well, when it comes to clock times, both sides evenly match. And, yep, that knight appears on the golden square.
And the knight comes in, and Wesley trying to get rid of Duda's light square bishop, the bishop on the light square, which is pointing at black's king. But White's knight is so strong there. It was Garry Kasparov who said the knight on this square on f5 is worth at least a 1-pawn point, maybe even more. He said this was a perfect square for the knight, one of the greatest world champions of all time, Garry Kasparov. If you hadn't heard of him, come on, what have you been doing? Get the Googleizer out and Google the great man. So the bishop just moves, attacking black's rook there, and here it does, it's over, like a pendulum, coming across the board, and now Duda playing on the queen side as well.
Yeah, so it really just goes to show how much full body
maneuvers. Wow.
Full board vision Jan-Krzysztof has, just keeping Wesley on his toes. And I'm really liking this position for Duda, and Wesley trying to unravel, trying to solidify his pieces.
Watch that H-pawn go.
Yeah.
Watch the H-pawn. Yeah, there it goes. I'm predicting some moves today, and that... is threatening checkmate here. If white gets another move, the queen comes in and it checkmates the black king there.
The only move to defend is actually this pawn move, because otherwise the knight was going to check on the edge of the board and just pick up material. But this is ugly defense from Wesley. He's just weakening the dark squares, and the question for Duda is how is he going to proceed? Is he going to just spring in with the bishop?
Good moves, aren't there here?
Yeah, there you go.
And another piece comes in attacking the rook, and his last rook incoming. Do you think at this point Jan-Krzysztof is seeing those money? Is he seeing those euro notes?
I think
Is he counting them?
Checkmates.
And he's got all those euros coming his way, and oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, drinking some cocktails tonight. And he's got to still finish this game though, so I love this move. Actually, the black rook, which with white's last move, white is interposing rook versus rook. That is actually one of black's only defenders, because it defends horizontally, laterally across the board. So Jan-Krzysztof is saying, I'm going to get rid of one of your defenders, then your king will be even more exposed.
Right. If that rook just removes itself from that line, white has a massive threat of just capturing the pawn on g6 and then even taking it with the queen.
Oh, and I think he can pretty much do this now. Rook takes rook, pawn takes pawn. Looks like checkmate to me. I can't see any defense against this. I think Jan-Krzysztof just goes rook takes rook. And next move, if Wesley takes back, he had to give up his rook there. Wesley in a world of pain. This is still winning. The black, and he resigns.
He resigns. It was gonna be checkmate on a g7 with the queen. What a devastating attack there from Duda.
It's just like a runaway train there, wasn't he? He went straight through Wesley.